Hello, House Church friends. Nice to see you again. Glad that you're able to join this week once again with your House Church group. I know a number of you, well, if this is true of you, then you're probably not listening to this. I was going to say, I know a number of you are not meeting at this moment in summer, and I think we're going to be suspending the teachings, like the House Church guidelines, maybe for August. I'm going to be talking to the elders about that, just to give everybody a bit of a break. If that does turn out to be the case, then I want to encourage you, if it's your desire, continue to meet in your house church group. Join together, read the Bible, do a study, pray for each other. There's no reason why you can't continue on if that's your desire. So I just want to encourage you in that. This week is, we're working on Ephesians still. We're in chapter 6 of Ephesians and working through verses 1 to 9. And this teaching really focuses on what it means to honor your parents. Children, obey your parents. Obedience. Bosses, treat your employees with respect. The Bible talks about it in terms of slaves and masters. Employees or slaves, you should also be very sincere in your service in respecting and honoring your bosses or your masters. And all of this is because we are to honor the Lord, who calls us to this sincere place of obedience and service. It's such an upside down message from the culture that we live in today that really doesn't celebrate submission or service in the sense of placing others above yourself. Equality, for sure, we'll go that far, but a lot of what we are taught today is to look out for number one. And Jesus is basically saying, hey, I will look out for you if you put your focus on me and do as I tell you to do. So not always an easy message, but the Lord is really calling us into applying these truths in real life, actually doing the things that he teaches us to do. When we begin to do that, we're going to, it's going to be a battle to get there, because we are called to do things that sometimes we just don't want to do. We don't want to honor people who really don't look like they deserve it. We just don't want to do that. But that opens the door for the enemy to get a foothold and speak things that are not holy or righteous, not of God. And he is holding us to a high standard. He never condemns us. He condemns sin in us. And so he's calling us in this passage of scripture to radical obedience, to honor those who are above us, and to recognize that whenever we obey him, we will experience his blessing. That's a promise that comes directly from God. And so in your house church discussions today, I want to encourage you to really be thoughtful about how can I apply what it means to be obedient and honoring to those who are living with me. I want to just say bless you friends. I think this fall we're going to, even if we take a break over the next month or so from house church teaching and the guidelines, I believe that this fall we will relaunch and take some real good time to fine-tune and add elements to the house church experience so that it becomes more. We need to evaluate this, because now the restrictions are all off at church, and we need to understand and discern what the Lord's will is in this for all of us. And so stay tuned. That's basically what I can say. Stay tuned. And know that we are really seeking after the Lord's heart to do what he wants us to do here at Strasbourg Alliance Church. So I just want to say bless you, friends. I love you. And I just pray that God's best would pour over you in your discussions this week. And I'll leave it at that and say bye for now.